Hello everyone, it's me, Nikki, and today I'm here with some examples of books for my dragon readathon, my dragonathon. So there's 18 prompts, and I thought I would find some books. These are just books that I own personally. That I could find that would fit the prompts. Some of them I don't even own, so it'll be different for everyone, obviously. So the first one is Hark a Dragon, which is to read a book with a dragon on the cover. And for that one, Last Wish, the first in the Witcher book. He's fighting a dragon. I have not read this yet, so I don't know if there are dragons in this, but there is on the cover. They're all stacked up next to me right here. I don't know where I'm going to put them. On the floor, I suppose. Sorry, books. Oh, I got a couch. The next one is A Dragon Does It, which is to read a book with a dragon character in the book. So if you have a dragon book, a lot of books will fit this, but this one I picked is His Majesty's Dragon, which is the first in the Temeraire series. Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce that. So all of these have a dragon on the cover, and they're all about Temeraire, and they're all about dragons and the French no, not the French Revolution, the Napoleonic Wars. So, and they're all good dragons, because that's a prompt 2 with a good dragon and a bad dragon. I guess in later books there could be a bad dragon, but no dragons are really bad. They're like dogs and cats. No animal is really bad, and they're like smarter than dogs and cats, so next is Pile of Gold and Sit on It, which is to read a book with treasure colors on the cover. So I have two picks. One is Dragon Slayer, which has a dragon on the cover and it's blue like a sapphire. But then I also picked One of Us Is Next, which has no dragons in it, but it's red like a ruby. So you don't have to just read books about dragons, because I don't want to force that on anyone if you don't have a lot of dragon books. So that's what I'm saying, basically. Those are not going on the couch. Next is Dragon's Hoard, read a book about treasure. And for this one, I'm not reading all of these. This is not my TBR. These are just like options to work with and examples to show you. But for that one, I've picked One Piece. It is treasure. The One Piece is the treasure, but also the treasure is the friendship between the Straw Hats and the friends that they make. So that is a good example, because I believe I said in my announcement video, it doesn't have to be like physical treasure. It can be like, because Luffy's hat is a treasure to him. You know, the friendships. It can be anything that people treasure. Mega Power is to read a book with storms. And this is the only one I could think of. Holder of Lightning, the Cloud Mages. And it's more like lightning storms. I think it's been a while since I read it. The main character, Jenna, I believe her name is. Yeah, Jenna. She sort of holds lightning, and lightning storms happen around her. So, you know, I'm not saying it has to be like a major focus of the book. Read a book that is a part of a series for everyone. Cut off, two more, grow back. All of these are part of a series, so it doesn't, first, middle, end, doesn't matter as long as it's part of a series. Dragon Irritator is to read a book with a prince or a princess. Ring of Lightning has 3 princes, and it is part of the series, first in a series. I couldn't think of any with a princess, but I know I have one somewhere. Bold and Stupid is reading a Arthurian myth. I have a copy of Arthurian myths, like the old tales, but you could read like the Guinevere Deception comes to mind, so you can read a retelling, you can read Tristan and Isolde, you could read Romeo and Juliet, since that's sort of like Tristan and Isolde. I think Shakespeare even wrote Tristan and Isolde. So just anything like that. I don't have it physically with me, but yes. Read a book with fire for hot enough to vaporize. Excuse me. I've got 2 options here. The Waking Fire has fire in the title, so you could go that way. Haven't read it, so I don't know if there's fire in the book. There's also fire on the cover. And then I also have The Edge of the World, which has a fire happen in a city in the beginning of the book. So those would both count. Okay. Next is to read a book about travel for the writing on the back of a dragon prompt, and I have 2 again. One is Siege and Storm, which has a dragon on the cover. There's a dragon in the book, but it's not a character. But Alina and Mal are traveling with the Darkling, and then later Nikolai. And there's also The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue and its sequel, which also feature traveling. Need to drink. The next prompt is to read a book that takes place in Europe. Now that's a lot of books, but I've picked Sorcerer to the Crown. Has a dragon on the cover, dragon character in the book, ruby red color, and it takes place in Europe. So that fills a lot of prompts. So I'm just saying. The next one is, and that was for the prompt Lindworm. The next prompt, Orochi, is to read a book that takes place in Asia. And I believe, unless there is a book somewhere that I have not seen, this is the only book I have, The Ghost Bride, that takes place in Asia. It takes place in Malaysia. And that is horrible on my part, and I would love some more books set in Asia. Because it has, the continent has a long history, and a long history with writing. I believe the first published novel was from Asia. I want to say China, but it could be Japan, and I think it was written by a woman. I'm not 100% sure on that, but come on. I got to diversify, is what I'm saying. And this also goes for the next prompt. Eaten by a Dragon is read a book about the underworld. And I think this is my only book about the underworld as well. I know that the first Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire, that takes some characters they come from the underworld and they want to get back there, so that would count too. Okay, well, we're almost done. Save Anybody Lately is the prompt to read a book where a dragon is a hero, and I chose Dragon Champion. This is the first in a series about Orin, who is a rare scaleless gray dragon, and he is the hero of the story. It's all about him. I have just ordered the sequel to this, which I believe is about his sister, who is also a good dragon. Read a book where a dragon is a villain. Obviously The Hobbit. I think anything by Tolkien that has a dragon in it, the dragons are bad. And I couldn't think of any other books, really. But there have to be some. Like, a lot of the books, dragons are always the bad guy. And that was Contest for Power. 16 is Dragon-Hearted, is to read a book with a strong leader. And I picked Six of Crows by Leah Bardugo. Kaz Brecker is a strong leader. And he leads them on, as it says, one impossible heist. The next prompt is A Toad Grows Wings, which is to read a book with an overconfident character. And my recommendation for that is Dragon Blade. I have it on audiobook, and the main character in that is a dragon, but he's very overconfident, and it ends up not working out for him, and he comes back as a human, and he doesn't like humans, so yeah. And then he becomes less confident, but whatever. He started out as an overconfident character. And the last prompt, Snow After Fire, is to read a book with snow, and the Call of the Wild and White Fang were all that I could think of. And I want to say there are snowstorms in this, so this could also count for Mega Power, but I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the books, and I haven't read this particular copy yet. So those are some options. I hope it gave you some ideas. Hopefully you'll have more options to choose from for underworld travel and books set in Asia. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you attempt the dragon along, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.